Now, it's a big birthday for BBC Radio 1 this week as the station celebrates its 50th anniversary. And recognise him? He hasn't changed much, has he? Well, Tony Blackburn was one of the original DJs and played a pivotal role in the station's launch. Bhandhukravi has been speaking to the man who was the first voice on Radio 1.
By for switching, get tuned to Radio 1 or 2, 5, 4, 3. Radio 2, Radio 1, go.
The voice of Radio 1.
And with that, Radio 1 was on air.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to the exciting new sound of Radio 1.
As the first DJ on this pioneering new station, it was not long before Tony Blackburn became a household name.
I went in with the breakfast show and modelled it on what I'd been doing out on the pirate ships for quite some time, bringing about American radio into this country with personality and terrific jingles, and we did it.
Until that point, there had only been 45 minutes of music on the radio per day, so there were all sorts of other innovations to come too.
One thing I am proud of, which is I invented the time check.
Brings the time now to 8 minutes past 7 o'clock.
On breakfast radio.
How does that go?
Well, after every record, I told the time. I thought it was quite, and I didn't realise I was doing it, but nobody else had done it previously to that, strange enough. And I think when you're listening to the radio in the morning, it's quite, you know, it's really important to have the time.
And it's a welcome to this week's top DJ, Tony Blackburn.
And success on Radio 1 later led to success on TV, with Tony fronting Top of the Pops for several years.
The combination of Top of the Pops and Radio 1 was enormous because we had the monopoly at that time, enormous audiences. I mean, my first breakfast show on Radio 1 was 21 million. You know, every morning, 20 million, 21 million people were viewing, and on Top of the Pops you had gigantic audiences. So immediately, within the space of a week or 2 weeks, you became a national name, something that you can't do anymore because there's so many radio and TV stations.
Tony, when were you last with us? Last time I was here, Vera Lynn was at #1 in the charts, Gary.
But when I opened up Radio 1, a journalist said to me, he said, "What do you think you'll be doing in a couple of years?" And I thought, and he wasn't being critical about the programme, I don't think. He was just saying, "What were you doing in a couple of years?" I said, "Well, I hope to be doing the same thing." But to be recreating Radio 1 again 50 years on is very special.
And you can hear Tony Blackburn this weekend for a special celebration of half a century of music radio. Bhandhukravi, BBC London News.
Great nostalgia, not least for the fashion.